Hi there, sewists. Mary Rose here, and today we're diving into a topic close to my heart, using cotton thread in your sergers. Yes, it's possible. I've been exclusively sewing with natural fiber fabrics for over a year now and have made the switch to cotton thread entirely in my domestic and my serger. Personally, I've been suffering some skin irritation issues when wearing polyester fabric, even clothing that I've had for over a decade, so it was important for me to make the switch for my health and the environment. Let's explore how cotton thread can be a game changer for your serging adventures. First things first, let's talk about what makes cotton thread special. Well, it's a natural fiber, so it's soft, breathable, and comfortable against the skin. It's biodegradable, and you can dye it very easily. And one unknown secret is that cotton thread can be surprisingly strong when used in the serger because of the multiple threads together create a stretchy, strong seam. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. Mary, what about polyester thread? Isn't it the go-to for sergers for a reason? Let's break it down. Polyester thread is synthetic, so it is durable and has a bit of a stretch to it. It's known for resisting shrinkage and keeping its color over time, which is why it's often recommended for knit fabrics. Plus, it's a whole lot cheaper to make. But here's the catch, and it's a big one for me. Polyester thread is made out of petroleum. It creates microplastics in our environment and can have some bad health effects. So, let's compare the two, cotton thread versus polyester. Elasticity. Polyester thread has the advantage here, but cotton thread can be used in stretchy situations when using the appropriate stretch stitches or used in the serger. Strength. Both are strong, but polyester is essential when needing super strong heavy-duty seams like for a bag or when you're sewing with all polyester fabric. But when you're using natural fiber fabrics, polyester thread can actually rip the seams over time. That's why it's best practice to match the thread type to the fabric type so you don't have thread that's stronger than the fabric itself. I've actually bought in cotton t-shirts in the past this has happened to, and it's been really disappointing. Now I want to demonstrate just how strong a cotton serge seam can be. You can stretch it as much as you need to, and I haven't had any issues of the thread ripping or puckering or acting unusual. It's pretty impressive, right? I've used the cotton thread in a rolled hem, a flat lock stitch, basically any application where I would typically use polyester thread. As long as you're using natural fibers, it's a really good match to use cotton thread. Cotton thread special pros. Cotton thread can be dyed very easily, which I've done myself multiple times. And another pro is cotton thread can be used on really high heat settings with your iron, so you don't have to worry about melting the thread. Cons. Cotton thread can be more linty inside the machine, needing more frequent cleanings. Now, I've had mixed results with this. The higher quality cotton thread you get, the less linty it tends to be, but this really just depends on the thread itself. Another con is cotton thread tends to be harder to find and a bit more expensive. Now, because of this con, I've developed my own database for cotton threads using Notion. I think it's both helpful for you and me, specifically for serger threads that come in a larger quantity like the cones. I will keep this database up to date and let me know if there's anything I can add to it. One final con, and this is true for all natural fibers, is cotton thread will degrade over time. Now, don't you worry, I'm talking decades, but if you have some old thread lying around, it's best to give it a pull test before you sew. Cotton thread will snap under pressure, but it shouldn't be easy. And let's not forget about thread size. It plays a huge role when choosing the thread for your project. I'm going to put up a standard chart on the screen that demonstrates the thread weight versus the needle size you want to use. All of the thread that I've listed in my database does list its size, and I've marked that, but when you're shopping in stores, it can be a bit more difficult. The standard weight for most thread is around 40, but it does vary based on the material. The larger the number, the thinner the thread, and you also want to pay attention to the ply of the fiber, so how many strands of fiber make up the thread. 3-ply is standard and strongest for both the domestic and the serger machines, but there is 2-ply out there, so keep your eye out. Most of the cotton cone thread I found tends to be between 30 and 50 weight, which is around medium to heavy depending on what you're looking at. That's because most of these cone threads are intended for quilters, so they need it a little bit more sturdy, but I've had no trouble using these on my serger. Personally, I like to use 80-12 ballpoint needles in my serger with the 40 to 50 weight thread. That's what I found works best. I want to say a huge thank you to quilters for keeping cotton thread in rotation at all. Since polyester was created, it started to dominate the industry and it's gotten a lot harder to find cotton and other natural fiber threads. which is sad. I'm hoping if more people adopt cotton thread like I have, that it'll become more and more available. I don't want it to die out. So what's the bottom line? Polyester thread has its place, but I'm here to tell you that cotton thread can be used in the serger. It's eco-friendly, feels amazing, works great with natural fiber fabrics, and as a plus, you can always dye it. If you're looking to give it a try, I've listed my database in the description. I've only used a handful of brands, but everything I've included has good reviews. Alright, sewists, that's a wrap on cotton thread. I'd love to hear your experience and what you use in your sergers, so drop a comment below and let's chat. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and as always, happy serging. Hi, Holly. Mwah. Hi, Holly. Oh, baby, don't knock things down.